a show. It's a podcast show. Welcome to the Julie Cross Podcast Show. Empowering, energising and entertaining. Hi friends, Julie Cross here. Welcome to the podcast show. I want to talk about something that is, it's a hot topic on the news yesterday at least, so it's kind of front of mind, and perhaps you saw it on the news too. It was some articles and some news stories around healthy eating again for our children. So this is still in the focus. It feels like you could replay the news from, a year ago and 2 years ago and we'd be talking about the same thing. So it is a worry how slowly we are progressing. Anyway, this particular story was once again focused on healthy eating for our children, which of course I'm very happy to be focused on, and I think it is a real issue, and it's a big issue because they're saying now that our children will have shorter lifespans than we will because they're so unhealthy at such an earlier age, and some of this is around what they're eating. But the focus was, with the news stories, on product companies and that they're advertising and the way that they're advertising to children, etc. Now, I'm all for holding these companies responsible as well, and for them being honest about what is in their product and not labeling something as healthy when it's not healthy, and being honest about the amount of sugar in it, etc. However, what the news story really didn't focus on was the responsibility of the parents in this. I don't believe 5-year-olds go and do the weekly shopping. I don't think that they do that. I think it's adults to do that. So if you've got Cocoa Pops or Fruit Loops in your cupboard and your child is having them every morning, then isn't that our responsibility as parents? When are we going to take up what's our responsibility? And so, sure, the child may have been coerced into wanting Cocoa Pops because of the fun ad and the little monkeys or whatever it is that's promoting them and the little jingle that comes with it. But when we're at the supermarket and they want the Cocoa Pops, we still have the last say at that point in their lives as to whether or not they get the Cocoa Pops. And yes, there might be a tantrum. And yes, they might start throwing things, but that's when we have to toughen up as parents. That's when we have to empower up and make the right decision for our kids. So, and yeah, it might be exhausting and it might be tiring, but that's kind of parenthood. And that was our role in that. So it's our role to say no to the Cocoa Pops. There's no cordial in the house. No, we're not buying ice cream. It's a treat that we have every Friday, or it's a treat that we have, every now and again. And that means you're going to have the fights and the tantrums. And yes, I do think product companies should be more aware of, and that it shouldn't be all of this chocolates at, registers and, all those sorts of things. And I know they're being held more accountable these days for that, and they should be. However, we as parents still have the last say no matter what is going on out there with advertising. So let us be the ones to decide. Let us do the hard stuff, have the hard conversations with our children, put up with the difficult moments and make the decisions. Because that's our responsibility. So we need to empower up as well. It's a big team effort here if our kids are going to get healthier. So we're going to have to be the ones having the difficult conversations and setting the example sometime too. And that's not judging anybody. That's loving everybody. That's not me being judgmental. That's me being loving, because we want to love our kids and we want to love them through this and have them healthy and strong. And we deserve that too as parents. And I think we forgot that that's what we deserve and that's what our kids deserve, and that we can do that. We can do that. Anyway, that's my little rant over. Have a fun day. See ya. Love to hear your thoughts about this show, or if there is something that you would love discussed on the Julie Cross Podcast Show, then please head over to iTunes and leave a review. Love to hear from you.